All right, today in math, we are going to be continuing our unit with time. And today we are going to review a calendar. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to flip the camera around and we are going to review our days of the week. Okay, so on this, I don't really like the way this one starts. Let me click a different one because I like to start with Sunday because Sunday is the first day of the week. So if we're going to say our days of the week, we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Do you always have to go in that order? Yes. You cannot skip around days of the week. You could not have a week that had Sunday, then Friday, then Wednesday, then Tuesday, then Friday, then you can't do that. Days of the week have to go in the same order all the time. Okay, so that's just a little review of the days of the week. All right, now let's look at the months of the year. All right, we have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Those also have to go in the same order. You can't have January and then October and then June and then March. You have to every year, the calendar months go in order. We have January, and January always leads to February, and February always to March. They follow the same sequence every year. Okay? All right, let's look at a calendar of May. All right, I'm going to ask you some questions about this calendar. Now, this calendar has these numbers up at the top, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30, because this is the end of April. Okay, today is April 30th. And so these days are kind of like where the calendar leads in to May 1st. Okay? All right, so on this calendar, we see May 1st on Friday. And so I'm going to ask you some questions about this calendar, okay? So looking at a calendar, what day of the week, if we were able to go to church, what day of the week would we go to church? We would go to church on Sunday, okay? If we were going to look at the last day of our school week, what is the last day that we come to school every week? That would be a Friday, all right? What day do we have chapel on? Thursday, okay? So those are just some questions that we could ask about the calendar and answer with the calendar. All right, each of us do different things on different days. Like for me, I have church group on Wednesdays, but you might have church another day, or maybe there's a certain day of the week that you always have baseball or piano, or that you go to after school care. There are different dates that we do different things. All right, if we're looking at this calendar too, and I ask you a question like, what day is before Tuesday? All right, we'd find Tuesday, and we would go before would be Monday. Monday is the day before Tuesday. If I ask you what day is after Friday, we would find Friday and go after it, and so the day after Friday would be Saturday. What day comes after Wednesday? Here's Wednesday. After Wednesday's Thursday. Now, what if I asked you what day comes before Wednesday? Here's Wednesday. Before would be Tuesday. All right, so there are different questions that we could ask and get answered by looking at a calendar. All right, so we are going to do a sheet together. This is not the sheet that you have. This is my sheet, but we are going to do this together, and then I will talk to you kind of about it while we're doing it. All right, so let me flip this around. Now, I hate that it is so far away, and I'm going to try to move my board up a little bit closer. Let's see if I can move my bag real quick. I don't want to be real big in the camera either, so I've got to watch what's happening right here. I'm getting caught on my rug. All right, let's see if that's a little bit better. It still isn't great, okay? But I'll show it to you up close when we finish it. Okay, so the first thing it's asking me to do with the calendar is it's asking me to mark the day that comes next. So I've got to look at the calendar and I have to mark the day that comes next, okay? So they're giving me Sunday, okay? What day comes next? Well, I could say my days. Sunday, Monday. Monday comes next. So I'm going to bubble in Monday. All right, number 2 is Wednesday. What day comes next after Wednesday? The next day, if I say my days, Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday is going to be next. Okay, and this should all be review. All right, if I say the days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What comes after Thursday? What's next? Friday is next. Okay. All right, mark the month that comes next. So now we've got to do our month. So if we start with January, the month after January is February. Okay. All right, we're going to start with January, but we're going to look for July and see what comes next after July. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. August is next. And we have September we're going to look for. Let's start with January. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October is next. Okay. All right, now use the calendar to answer the question. So we've been given a calendar for the month of June, and here's where June starts, and here is where June ends. Okay, so we're going to look at these questions down here to answer using the calendar. All right, what day is June 18th? Okay, so I've got to find June 18th, which is right here, and I've got to see what day that is. So if I look at my calendar, it is on a Saturday. So I need to bubble in Saturday. Okay, number 8. What day is Flag Day? Okay, I don't see the words Flag Day, but I see a picture of a flag. So that's going to be a hint to me that this is Flag Day. So what day is Flag Day on? I'm going to look up at the top because here's where my days are. These are all my days. I'm going to look up here, and Flag Day is on Tuesday. Number 9, how many Sundays are in the month? Okay, I'm going to find Sunday. I'm going to look up here. Oh, here's Sunday right here. And I need to know how many Sundays there are. Is this a day in June? No, it's not. And we know that because 1, it's gray, it's not white. And 2, it doesn't have a number. If it doesn't have a number for this month, it's not going to be in June, okay, on this calendar. These all have dates, okay? So here's a Sunday in June. Here's a Sunday. Here's a Sunday, and here's a Sunday. So there are 4 Sundays in June. Okay. All right, let's look at the back. Here's another question about the calendar. So we're going to answer this, and then when we get to the end, I will flip back so that you can, I hope you can see this. I'm trying to flip it and look in the camera at the same time. All right, first thing it says to do is put an X on each Thursday. So I had to look up at the top. Here's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to put an X on each Thursday. Each means every one. So on every Thursday, I have to put an X. Okay? Use the calendar to answer the questions. On what day does this month begin? And my choices are Sunday or Monday. Here is the first day of April. Does that start on a Sunday or a Monday? It starts on a Sunday. So I'm going to bubble in Sunday. Okay. Number 3, what is the date of the last Monday? Okay. Date and day are different. Day is day of the week. Like if they ask you for the day, they want to know Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If they ask you for the date, they want to know the number on the calendar. Okay. So day is day of the week and date is always the number. So what is the date of the last Monday? All right. Here's Monday. This is the first Monday. The next, the next, the next, last. Here's the last Monday. So the last Monday is the 30th. Okay? And then number 4, what day is April 18th? I've got to find April 18th, so I'm going to look through until I find 18. Oh, here's 18. And what day is that? I'm going to look up to the top to find day, and it is a Wednesday. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull this closer so you can see what I've done for those answers, and then I'm going to flip it over so you can see the other side as well. If you need to pause it for a minute to look over it, you can. But there is how I would solve these questions on calendar. Okay. Boys and girls, from my work, a lot of times I do more than it says. Like, it doesn't say to like identify the dates, and it doesn't say all the time to start with Sunday and count through until you find your day. But if I think through all of that, then it's easier for me to find the right answer. If I just guess and I don't think about what I know, then I'm easier to make a mistake. And so for me, I think I can do it better if I take my time and I really think about what they're asking me, okay? All right, on your sheet today, it's going to be a lot like the front side, where you have to either answer the day that's next or the month, and then look at a calendar of May and answer some questions, and then a lot like the back. And then at the bottom, there is a review page, which is reviewing fact families. Remember, a fact family is when you can only use the same digits that they give you to add and subtract. So if they give you a 2, a 3, and a 5, okay, for a fact family of 2, 3, and 5. Let me write that up here because you may not remember. I'll turn it around just a second. If I have the numbers 2, 3, and 5 that I have to use as a fact family, I'm going to do 2 plus 3 equals 5. 3 plus 2 equals 5. 5 minus 2 equals 3. And 5 minus 3 equals 2. That's how I'm going to do a fact family. So if you don't remember that, if you don't remember how to do fact family, I'm going to have to turn it. So I'm sorry, you're going to have to look at it sideways. But that's how you do a fact family. You can only use those 3 digits up there in every problem. And you can only use it once in a problem. So if you've done a 3 here, you can't put a 3 anywhere else in that problem. Okay? So that's just a real quick review on fact families. All right, we're about to finish up this unit. And boys and girls, we are about finished with our whole math book. I think we have 1 or 2 chapters left, and then we are done. So we are almost done with math. You guys have done a great job. All right, I'll see you tomorrow to kind of wrap up the chapter.